Hi everybody, this is Detroit AllyCat. Welcome back to my channel. We're at the Haunted Historic Holly Hotel in Holly, Michigan. And I'm so excited because everybody cleared out. I could actually show you where we are. We're in the train car room, and these booths are actually historical booths that were in a train. And this hotel is actually known to be one of the most haunted haunted buildings in America. I really wanted to come here and show you what it was like here, and we're gonna do a quick tour after we have dessert.
Oh, you have it.
I don't have it with me.
It's VL 101. The number on it.
Doesn't that sound good?
Can I have your ID so I can look you up in the book?
Not yours, is it? Or is it?
So,
It's due It's either yours or mine. It's either Karen or
I
yours.
have my last name.
Yeah. So we're actually going upstairs, and I'm gonna show you the upstairs really quick. What's really cool is the upstairs is where a lot of the weddings and the actual old hotel that was opened in 1908, I think. And these were where actually the old rooms were. Come on up. And if you look around, you can actually see that these are the original rooms that the hotel had. And it said that there was a man here, his name was Mr. Hurst, and he was the original owner of the Holly Hotel. And sometimes when you're walking around, you can actually smell the cigar smoke from his cigarette. And what's really cool is there was a little dog that he owned, and it would walk around the area. And it said that to this day that you'll be standing here and you'll feel something like brush up against your leg. And it is Mr. Hurst's dog coming around. And a lot of these silverware and the cups and the teacups, they're all like original ceramics from back in the day. And this is actually a perfect size of the hotel rooms. This would be the standard size, which it looks like they use this right now as a bridal suite. But there's a guest up here, so we're going to go ahead and stop filming. So I actually have the camera with me right now, and I'm doing some filming. And I'm in one of the banquet halls, and the thing is that like, I actually caught a chill coming in here, and I wanted to come in here and film it. We're really close to being after hours, and nobody's in here right now. But actually where I caught the chill was right over here, and I actually heard something move around. You can't really see the back of it, but I definitely feel like something's over there, and it's really creepy. I just wanted to have a brief moment to film around, and I want to show you. Feeling a little more brave right now because my friend is behind me. But this is the alley they call Battle Alley. It's really beautiful. I don't know if you can even see it. This is a very historical area in itself. There's a railroad, and the reason why this hotel was built is because the railroad came right by this area, and the hotel was built to keep the travelers here. It's really beautiful. That's my friend right there. They have this little nook over here, which I'm sure is just for bartending, but it's really cool. I just want you guys to see how beautiful this is. And it's like their pride and joy that actually a lot of this like ceramic teacups and all that stuff is the actual originals, or at least they're antique. I don't really get to do a lot of live video. Here's another room. They're gonna catch me. The staff here graciously said I could film, and I really appreciate it, but there definitely was a vibe in the other room. I just wanted to film it. It's really cool, isn't it? Alright, come on, let's go. They're gonna close up soon. There's something like in there for sure.
I know.
You felt it?
Yeah.
Like I went in there and it started moving around. And like what's creepy is you can see through that in there.
What?
You can see like, okay, so it looks dark, but when you look through the video camera, you can actually see what's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I just knew it was standing in there. The hotel has graciously let us walk through. We want to be kind of quiet because there's guests over here, but I wanted to take you in the other room where there's nobody in. So come with me. And this is the Holly Hotel. I want to tell you a little bit about it, and I thought this would be a perfect place to actually film this and talk about it. The hotel was built in 1891, and it's a 3-story building. They say that the building itself is a Queen Anne style structure. It faces a street called the Battle Alley. The Battle Alley was actually originally called the Martha Street. I'm not sure why it's called the Martha Street, but I'm sure it has like some story, and that's a whole nother thing to begin with. It's now owned by a couple called Chrissy and George Kotlinas, and they actually rebuilt the hotel in 1979. What's interesting to note is that there were 2 fires in the Holly Hotel, and these fires were in 1913 and 1979. And what's really crazy is these fires were actually on the same day, on the same month, at the same hour, at the same second. They happened 65 years apart. That's a really huge coincidence. Something that happened here in 1908, there was a famous woman who was really into prohibition. Her name was the Carrie Nation, and it said that she came here to like proclaim her prohibition like speeches. And it's funny because at that time the Holly Hotel was very like one of the biggest bars in the area, so there were a lot of people that came here and drank, and they basically came here and like threw bottles at her and started a riot, and there was a huge ruckus. So that's how the Holly Hotel actually got to be known internationally, because the Carrie Nation came here and the people of Michigan in Holly were not having it, not one bit. And I thought that was really cool. The Holly Hotel has actually seen 2 world wars and 1 Great Depression, and it's very beautiful, and a lot of the interior is actually what was originally here. They've tried to keep it historically the way it was built in the first place. In 1912, there was a man, his name was Joseph Allen. He purchased the hotel. He wasn't the first owner, but I believe he was the second. In 1980, the Holly Hotel was registered in the National Register as being one of the most haunted places in America. Actually, in a National Register, that is a historical haunted place, and it actually attracts many ghost hunters all over the world. There's many accounts of the Holly Hotel and you can find them online. I feel kind of like privileged to be standing here right now. I know that like we're in the midst of a pandemic, and that is actually why I get the whole place to myself, because people aren't coming out. In 1992, George Bush actually ate at the Holly Hotel, which, I mean, that's kind of amazing, to be honest. Let's talk about some of the ghosts. There was a man that actually owned the hotel, and I talked about it before. His name was Mr. Hurst, and he was known for smoking cigars, and a lot of the people that come to the Holly Hotel to this day smell cigar smoke. And what's really cool about this is that nobody tells these people that come here that Mr. Hurst used to smoke cigars. They just smell cigar smoke and they actually complain about it. And the people that work here instantly know that, you know, it's not anybody smoking a cigar, it's Mr. Hurst smoking a cigar. Another famous ghost is Nora Kane. Now, Nora Kane was known for her perfume, her singing. She used to play the piano, and they actually have a picture of her out in the front. If you come with me, I'll show you her really quick. This is Nora Kane, which I think is really cool. Some of the people didn't even know who this was, but it says directly on any like literature that when you first walk into the Holly Hotel that you will see a picture of Nora Kane. And Nora Kane was actually a performer here. She used to sing, she used to play the piano, and this was like her main hangout. A lot of the clients that come here to eat, they can actually smell a perfume before they even know about Nora Kane. And it's said the ghost of Nora Kane actually haunts the building. And one of the other ghosts, the last ghost that I'm going to talk about, is a ghost of a little girl. She is known to play with a meat cleaver, which I thought was kind of morbid. And when I looked into it, I found out that this little girl actually had an accident in the kitchen. And the reason that she plays with the meat cleaver is just because she's a little girl, but she ended up dying in the Holly Hotel in the kitchen, and that is why she haunts the hotel. She likes to misplace things. You can hear her giggling. It's kind of like a sad story, but it's kind of fun that there's a little girl that is here. And like I said, there are 3 levels to the Holly Hotel. In the basement, there's like a bar there, and it's like where they had like a lot of the Prohibition parties, and that's where a lot of the haunted activity happens. Right now that's under construction, so we can't go underneath there, but eventually one day I would like to come back here because it's very beautiful and it's got a lot of stonework down there. The hotel itself is just very beautiful, and I'm so thankful that we could be here. This is definitely one of the coolest places in Michigan to go if you're looking for ghosts. And what's really interesting is while we were having dinner, our light went out, and my daughter like insisted like, "No, Mom, I did not kick the light out." And I looked under the table, and sure enough, the light was still plugged in. And so when we lifted something up, the light just popped back on. And I'm sure that it was just like an electrical thing, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird. And then when we went upstairs on the 3rd floor, I could hear something making a rustling noise in the banquet hall. And I just knew something was in the room, but we couldn't see anything. I don't know. This hotel just has a vibe. So if you ever come to Michigan and you're looking for a really good ghost place, like, come to the Holly Hotel. Thank you so much for letting me do this.
Dishwasher's fine, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. Like, I feel like you guys are being awesome with us.
Like, you don't realize how loud it is until like it's really quiet. And you're like, it's so loud.
Have you ever had anybody say anything weird happened in that banquet hall upstairs?
Which one? But when you go to the top of the stairs, to
Yeah.
the right, there's
Yeah.
a Harry Nation. To the left is the president's room.
To the right. In the back area.
Oh, I've had a lot of people say weird stuff.
This painting right here, the waitress so graciously told us was in the second fire and actually survived it. It's an original painting. I just thought it was something you guys might want to see. Hey everybody. So everybody cleared out of the actual restaurant. The haunted the Holly Hotel is no longer a hotel. It's now a restaurant, and I just wanted to let you guys see it really quick before we leave. So beautiful, and all the guests are gone.
That's the haunted man.
Oh, can we? Can I show you which one?
That's the one.
Don't get her though.
Right.
No, it's fine. I was just girlfriend. I'm fine now.
Okay, that one.
It's this one.
All right.
Oh,
Let's do
that's
some
scary.
recording of this, Sam. All right.
I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, just film it. For those of you who've watched the movie Oculus, this should be really interesting. This mirror right here is just said to be haunted, and one of the wait staff actually took a picture of it. They no longer work here, but they ended up seeing something in this mirror. This is actually a haunted mirror, which there's a whole big thing on haunted mirrors, which I think is really cool. There it is, you guys. And I just want you guys to look at how beautiful this place is. Okay, so, come on, camera lady, get away from that mirror. It's just one of the coolest places in Michigan, and I'm so happy that I can take you here. Okay, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Good night. And here we are, guys, outside of the Holly Hotel, now the Holly Restaurant. As you see, it has a big, beautiful Victorian front porch. And this is what they call right here. This is called Battle Alley. And this was originally called Martha Street. I don't know what the story is about that. Like I've said that before. But it's just a really cool place. And the fact that it's like completely vacant right now is so cool. I actually went to this store down here, and it used to be a little witchcraft store, and it looks like they've made it like a wine and liquor store. I don't know if it's like part of the bar, but yeah, it looks like they've done a lot to this place. This is all new. Look at how cool this is. This is really beautiful. This is all very brand new, and it's very cool. It's just a really cool little town. Igloos. This is downtown Holly, Michigan, and it is one of the most historical towns in Michigan. And as you can see, a lot of the buildings are very historical. It's very beautiful, and it's very vacant because of what's going on in the state of affairs. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you like when I do these like things where I go on like an adventure. And yeah, if you watched this whole little thing that I did and you enjoyed it, please think about subscribing, think about leaving a comment in the bottom, ring the bell, tell me what you think, leave me a like thing, and as always, stay spooky and stay safe. Bye.